Hey friends, Sam Haymart for Test Driven TV. I am very excited today to be bringing you a test drive review on the 2014 Hyundai Elantra GT. Why am I excited? Well, look, I know this isn't a Porsche or a Tesla, but let me let you in on a little secret about this business. You see, people actually buy cars like this in much higher numbers than they do a Porsche or a Tesla, and so if people are out there shopping for this car, I'm probably going to have a lot more viewers on this video than I would one of those other exotic sports cars. And I admit, it might be sexy and it might be a lot more fun to drive one of those cars, but I'm just as excited to drive these everyday cars like this because most of us actually buy cars like this. It's a fact. So the Hyundai Elantra GT, yes, it is more of an entry-level car, but it's a little bit upscale. This car actually is a 5-door. It's a little bit more well-equipped at the outset than the 4-door sedan version. It competes against cars like the Ford Focus 5-door, the Mazda 3, and maybe the Volkswagen Golf, although I think maybe some of the Volkswagen people might go, no, it doesn't compete with my Golf. But I think it does, and to be honest, if I were Consumer Reports, I'd be lumping them all together. So, let's see how she rolls.
What makes the Hyundai Elantra GT unique is that it trades its traditional sedan silhouette and trunk for a rear hatch. This puts it out there with a niche shared only with a few competitors, and like them, the 5-door Elantra GT comes well equipped with more standard features than its sedan counterpart. Starting at $18,750, the Elantra GT comes with a lot of included equipment such as fog lights, projector beam headlamps, body-colored door handles, and heated mirrors. Our tester had the Style package, which gave ours handsome 17-inch alloy wheels with chrome inserts and LED taillights. Styling comes from Hyundai's fluidic sculpture design language DNA, bringing a sense of both elegance and upscale appeal to this class. With its complex curves, beveled corners, and bejeweled details, it's hard to say it looks just like everything else. The full glass panoramic roof, which is part of our tester's tech package, opens up its cloth sunshade and sliding forward panel at the touch of a button, opening up the interior with a healthy dose of light and spaciousness. With leather seats and wraps on the steering wheel and shifter, the overall sense of the cabin is decidedly upscale, but the design goes further than its upgrades with what very much seems like a scaled-down dashboard from Hyundai's larger and more expensive models. The center stack controls include the optional touchscreen navigation system with a cleverly hidden rear-view camera which pops out from under the emblem in the rear hatch. The audio system, touchscreen, and associated controls were very easy to learn, intuitive, and are well sorted out. The sound quality of the audio system could be a little better, but is well in keeping for this price range. Other features welcome in this car class were climate control, heated seats, and a remote keyless entry with push-button start. Seating was easily adjusted with the driver getting a powered chair. Rear seats give ample space both for leg and knee room as well as headroom despite the panoramic sunroof cutting into the area by an inch or two. The rear cargo area was generous for a 5-door hatch and has a hidden underfloor storage area which is part of the Style package. You can of course fold down the rear seats for a larger flat cargo area as well.
I really like the interior of this car because for no other reason than the fact that it doesn't feel like your basic cheap car. And even though this is sort of an entry-level sedan in the market, you're not going to get in this car every day and feel like you bought the cheap car. And believe me, I've done it. I've gone and bought the, well, I don't want to say what car it was, but it was the cheap sedan that's a brand new car, but it's, you know, pretty basic. And, you know, 3 or 4 weeks later, you get the payment book, you're driving it around, you're making that check every month, and you feel like your soul's being sucked away because every time you get in it, you're reminded of the fact that you didn't really buy the nicer car. So this isn't going to make you feel like that. The fit and finish in here is very good. The design appeals very nice. And even if you get the base model with cloth seats and the base stereo system, it still has the same level of quality and fit and finish, the same design appeal that you see here. So I really hand it to Hyundai on that. It's really going to make whoever owns this car feel good about it, and it's going to make them proud to own it.
The Elantra GT comes exclusively with Hyundai's 2-liter GDI direct-injected 4-cylinder engine which cranks out 173 horsepower. Our tester was equipped with a 6-speed manual transmission which raised the fun factor immensely.
This engine actually has a nice tone to it. It's not nearly as thrashy and noisy as Hyundai engines used to be not so long ago. And with 173 horsepower in this manual transmission, it's fun to drive. And so I really think they put together a pretty nice little powertrain package here.
With the Sport Tune suspension optioned on our Elantra GT, handling was also well above average in terms of response and road feel. The steering has 3 driver adjustable modes which allow you to dial in your favorite steering effort from light to heavy. While it's admittedly not a Golf GTI on the twisty roads, the Elantra GT offers indeed a somewhat Germanic feel at times. At the very least, it has a solidly buttoned down suspension which delivers little noise, vibration, or harshness. In a nutshell, it feels far more expensive than it is. The EPA rates the Hyundai Elantra GT as ours is equipped at 24 miles per gallon city, 34 miles per gallon highway, and 28 miles per gallon combined. Our week of testing netted us precisely 29 miles per gallon, which is a little above what the window sticker promises.
Well, wrapping it up, folks, let me give you a little side note here. If you're wondering why I'm sitting inside the car on what otherwise looks like an absolutely beautiful day, well, it's May here in Phoenix, Arizona, which means it's 100 million thousand degrees out there, and it's just much more comfortable sitting in here with the air conditioning on. So, wrapping it up with this car this week, I gotta tell you, Hyundai's kind of sucking me in a little bit in the last few test drives we've done because their cars have been getting so much better in terms of fit and finish, in terms of overall appeal, the value you get for your money, and the styling. You know, it's really hard to find fault with these cars. And granted, there's a couple little details here and there that might not be 100% perfect, but when you look at what this car costs and what it's competing against, I always score these things in context. And the only thing keeping this car from being a 5-point car is, well, nothing. So this week, I give it 5 out of 5 stars. I'm Sam Haymart for Test Driven TV. I hope you enjoyed the ride.